Hello, hello, hello. It's a totally random live stream. My hair is wild, 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 wild. And I don't know. I just felt like streaming. It's just random. It's just happening. The mug featured in the thumbnail is here. The cat featured in the thumbnail is not here, but breaking news, my other cat is. So I don't know if he's hiding. He is the Shire cat, so he is hiding behind the chair, but he's up here, I swear. I'll turn at some point and showcase him. So hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday. If it is Friday for you, oh, here comes the other cat. It's gonna be cat central. I felt that the cats might be a bit more interesting than me tonight because I'm a bit under the weather. And so that was also part of why I wanted to stream, because I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen the next few days. Maybe I won't be able to upload. The people won't get to see Clark's glasses because I have read so many things lately. Oh, get my snacks. I actually am drinking the green tea from the Boxu box, which it's very nice. Green tea. Every month there's a different tea in the box, so I'm glad that it is green because I need it. I need it very, very much. So I have read a bunch of stuff. I have a couple of things to show you, and I just thought it would be a very chill, just what's everybody doing this Friday? Like, what are y'all doing? Oh, that's Alvin. That's Alvin back there. Okay, can we show? Okay, I'm gonna move. Hold on. I'm gonna get both. Look, Theo. It's Theo and Alvin. So recently they rounded a corner. If you've been here before, you know that I've talked about how they didn't get along. Something happened. It's magical. Now they're best friends. And it's great. It's wonderful. So one of the things I picked up this week that I found it at a Toys R Us and it made me smile is, check it out. It's the Salt Vampire. It's a Salt Vampire figure. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, look, my spirit in action figure form. So I had to pick it up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, or if I'm gonna take it. I'm probably not gonna take it out, but it made me smile. They had a whole bunch. They had proper ones. There was a McCoy and a Scotty, and I was like, well, the Salt Vampire. Oh. So I found that one. Then online, there's a couple more. They didn't have Locutus at the Toys R Us I was at. I'm like, maybe I'll go look for Locutus because that would be pretty cool to have as well. Every now and again, I'll see a random action figure that I'm like, this brings me joy. But I need to keep it away because, warning, choking hazard, small parts, not suitable for children under 3 years old. All those children who are going to want to play with this Salt Vampire, Salt Vampire action figure. I can't. Then of course I had to come home and rewatch that episode, which is still a fantastic episode. Though the Blu-ray does no favors to anything. Some things need that nice little grain and blur. We are Fergie. Thank you very much for the super chat. Good evening. Hi, Alvin. A little adult beverage in the cup. Salt Vampire. Yes. Is green tea an adult beverage? Because if so, then yes. Very, 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 very. Moonbeast13, thank you very much for the super chat. To a fellow Vigilante fan, you rock. Thank you very much. That Vigilante video, I swear, it's happening. There are so many things another thing is, hi Theo, you're gonna come over? Another thing is the mom video is gonna take me forever because it's heavy, heavy, heavy. And so that I keep getting distracted by other things that are just more fun. It's like, oh, Clark's glasses. Oh, Clark's cape. Oh, the Stephanie Brown short story in the Robin anniversary issue. Clark's glasses are the glasses comic is to die for. I see some of you asking if I've seen Shang-Chi. No, I have not. It's very difficult for me to get out, and you gotta get a babysitter and a whole bunch of stuff. So I haven't, and it might be a while. It might be a while. I don't know. I used to be a really big opening night type person, but just as I've gotten older, for me personally, I don't have that I don't know. My FOMO died a long time ago. No more FOMO. Mm. Are you gonna come up? Hello. Hello. There you go. Yeah. You're the more social one. You want to show off. You want to be seen. You're like, let the people see me and hear me. Rookie Yama, thank you very much for the super chat. It is much appreciated. I also wanted to say a thank you. I got this book in my P.O Box, and don't knock over my keyboard. And I thought that it was so fun and so cute. Someone sent me this book about wigs. It is from Jen and Greg from Texas. Thank you very much. I am definitely going to give this a read. I have like allotted reading time. And then I'm like, you know what? This. And I hope that they have specific sections on this wig because there are pictures of glorious, beautiful wigs. And I'm so excited. Sadly, it doesn't go up to like, you know, wig shows. Like I would love if it did glorious wig shows that are happening like the modern era, but there are other things about that. It can be a series of books. All right. So I also got something else in the mail as well, which was I got something from I'm pausing because I need to say his name correctly. I'm like, we've been talking. I need to say his name correctly, you know? All right. So this is Bittersweet Vows by Alex Schirkenbach. I did it right. I did it right for you, Alex. He sent me this graphic novel at first in digital format, and now that the book is out in print format, and it's this cool kind of, it gave me Bacano vibes. It's this like 1920s, like gangster era, people moving to make their fortunes, but they get caught up in the mafia and also with vampires. So it's about this couple's marriage and whether it survives or doesn't survive this influx of vampires and the mafia. And I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. It was just, it lived up to its title of being bittersweet. That's for sure. And you know that I enjoy a good indie. I just don't always get a chance to talk about them. But this one was a lot of fun to dive into. I'm setting up an interview with the artist. So that's going to be a lot of fun because there are some specific panels in here that I actually want to ask about. So I'm like, yes, it's all going to happen. Check it. Just, it was a very, very interesting read, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, in my opinion, worth it if you haven't heard of it and you're looking for something, you know, new to read and the like. And if you like vampires, I'm a huge vampire person. You know, oh my God, I just saw him walk by in the reflection. That's so creepy. It's disturbing. I've really got to get blinds. Blinds are a thing that I need to invest in, you know, because people can also see up. They're probably like, what is this woman doing? What is she doing up here? We are Fergie. Thank you again. Speaking of salt vampires, have you done or will you do a video on the Trek comics, like the old Gold Key? I have not done a video on Trek comics as of yet. I want to. It's one of those things where it's like I have so many things that I want to do. I'm like, I gotta stay organized, gotta stay the course, can't fall too deep down a rabbit hole. It's like, you know, there are some parts of a hobby that you enjoy that, like, you know, if you go there, you might not come back. It's like if I go down the Star Trek like comic book route, I don't know if I'll come back. You might not be able to save me. Oh. Oh, when will the interview be published with the artist? In October sometime. And I have some other interviews coming out before that. So there's lots of things moving, machinations, both ways. I've heard it both ways going on behind the scenes, which is exciting, and just lots of life things in general. So it's been an exciting August and now September, an exciting month. I don't know what all of your situations are, but it's also back to school time up here for me. First time school time. So that's very bittersweet. I have this here too. I busted these out. My daughter is learning to read. And so she noticed the words, the tick. And that's why all those posts about the tick have been popping up, because she noticed the words, the tick. And then she got really excited about it. So I pulled out just some of my old tick things, and I've been rereading them, which are, they all say the complete works, which makes them kind of difficult to collect, because you're like, the complete works of this specific thing. The specials, complete works. The first run, complete works. I'm like, can we call it something else, please? Like when I posted that picture of the Tick and Invincible in their crossover from the Tick 100, someone was like, which specific volume? And I was like, Appa, the Tick 100? Like, I can help with that, but they're all complete according to the sources. So are you just rolling around? So yeah, and then I busted out like some of the old Tick episodes, because I have the DVDs that were released at least. So yeah. JJ Johnson, thank you. JJ Johnson, thank you very much. Spoon indeed. Oh. The tea is helping. The tea is good. There's something very cool about knowing that like the tea actually is from Japan. It's like, woo. It's proper green tea. I left the bag in because I'm a person who leaves the tea bag in. Are you a tea bag in or out kind of person? Hello. What are you, a tea bag in or out kind of person? What kind of person are you? You're not a tea person at all, right? No, you're like, I'm a water person. Yes, you are. Oh my goodness. And it's fancier. Oh, Astro City is back on Comixology, by the way, which made me feel good, because for that one stream I did where I recommended it and there's like, people can't get it. And I'm like, good, it's back. The joy I experienced. Oh, of course, also been reading the hold on. I have a super chat from Christopher Allen. Thank you very much. Opinion on the Cowboy of Bebop hubbub. Sexy Faye or nay? I didn't feel there needed to be a live action adaptation in the first place. So I'm just gonna rewatch my Blu-rays, and I have no strong desire to see a live action adaptation at all. I don't feel that most live action adaptations are required, and kind of feel like they're a bit insulting to animation as an art form. So yeah, there we go. That's my controversial 2 cents, I guess. Keith Clark, thank you very much. What is your take on House of X? I'm going to say Powers of X. No, it's supposed to be Powers of 10. The new X-Men direction. I have not been reading a lot of X-Men as of late. I read the start of like that arc and then kind of fell off. But other than that, I have not. That's not one of the things I've been keeping up with. And I'm keeping up with a lot of random stuff that I don't talk to you guys about. Like when I did the Lord Deathman video, well, it went live today, and people were like, he's still around, right? Because Flatline. I'm like, yes, I do. And there's going to be Flatline things, because I am still reading that Robin Mortal Kombat series, essentially. You are just loving it. Look at you. Do you wish you had your own YouTube channel? You're going to be a famous YouTube cat? Maybe a famous Instagram cat? No, now you're shaking the camera. Now you're shaking the camera. Now you're shaking it. My goodness. Ben Chan, thank you very much. Have you ever read any Judge Dredd? I know there's a lot, but it is a lot. So much insanity / also commentary / violence / and salt. Yes, I actually have a bunch of Judge Dredds. That look is me debating whether I want to go get them. But I do read and collect Judge Dredd. I enjoy Judge Dredd a lot. It's one of the ones that my dad really likes, and we actually both enjoy at the same time. Unlike his love of Army of Darkness, which I saw that movie so many times because he loved it so much. And now I have like this weird nostalgic attachment to it. El Torito Rique, thank you very much. Hey, Sash, I made a couple of vampire comics for a comic series I want to make one day. Plus, I haven't drank tea in a while. Plus, I'm reading My Hero Academia. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot of a lot. Tell me about the vampires. I always like to hear about vampires, unless it's news like what they're doing with the Interview with the Vampire adaptation. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just read those extremely quote unquote problematic books because they are through a certain lens. I just, you know, if you're gonna have trouble with even the base, like the base, I think the first one's probably like the tamest one. If you're already gonna have trouble there, just like abandon all hope. You're not gonna get to 6 or something like that. 5 or 6, like don't even try. Hello. I was hoping that both you and your brother would be up here. I was hoping to showcase your newfound love for each other, but alas, it is not to be. Not tonight. And Sabanur, what's going on, fellow mutants? Oh, how many of you are keeping up with the X-Men? Like, tell me where you are with the X-Men. I always have strong nostalgic vibes for the X-Men from like the 90s cartoon, but I haven't kept up with a lot of it in comic book form. Here we go. Oh, someone wants to know, Luca Falzio, if I said that right, I probably didn't, I'm sorry, but wants to know what are some good Fantastic Four comics to start with? Which is a good question because Fantastic Four has a long line. I'm always like a start at the beginning type person, but I mean, some of the earlier stuff, as you've seen from some of the videos I do, it can be a little rough. It can be a little like, and it depends on your tolerance for such things, you know, like it depends on your tolerance for like awkward period-typical dialogue and the like. Some people are down for it and they can like contextualize it and put it back there, and other people can't. Some people find it hilarious, like me. My nose is just going to get redder and redder like throughout this stream. I'm sorry about that, but it is. That's just the reality of life. Evil Gosu, thank you very much for the super chat. What are your thoughts of Peter Parker getting replaced by Ben Reilly yet again in the Spider-Man comics? I like Ben. I know it's so silly to like, you know, like the ripped jacket look and all that, but I don't know. I have a soft spot for Ben Reilly. I do. Lots of these plots in comics, it feels like they cycle. So like, we'll see how it goes this time around. Nina, do you plan on ever returning to Shipper's Guide? Love your content, by the way. Thank you very much for the super chat. A lot of things are up in the air in terms of like logistics and how much time I'm going to have. So I hope to, but I'm not sure. So that's where that is. There you go. You are just everywhere. You are just absolutely everywhere. Absolutely. There you go. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Ah. Let's see. Let me catch up with what all of you are saying. Ben Chan, that's harsh. Ben Chan, thank you for the super chat. But Ben Chan says Ben Reilly is the herpes of comic book characters. I feel like that seems harsh. That seems harsh on Ben. Are you settling? Good. El Torito Rique, thank you very much. I would love to tell you my vampire, but they are not the Twilight Pansies. But I can't tell you more of the ideas because I feel like someone on the super chat might steal my plans for my comic. But thanks. You know what? In all honesty, intellectual property theft is a serious thing. And just advice for pitching, because I've seen this happen so many times. Copyright, whatever you need to do, copyright your idea before you go. I've seen it too many times where people go and they pitch and the person's like, that's dumb. And then like 2 months later, there's a screenplay or a thing with the exact same idea. So yeah, be careful because some people be snakes. just know that in media, new media, any kind of media industry, really, just be careful. Guard your back, guard your front and your back, basically. You've always got to, but extra so in this industry. Oh, he finally settled. It's a wonderful thing that has happened. Oh, I picked up something and I left it downstairs. I was going to show it to you. I found this crossover comic at my comic book store that I now go to. And it is a crossover comic of Batman 66 and the Man from U.N.C.L.E. So I wanted to show it to you guys because it's a crossover that I feel like makes so much sense. And also because on kind of meta level, because you can't, it's turned around, but back there on top of that air conditioner that doesn't work is a Man from U.N.C.L.E. box set. And you can see in season three, mostly three onward, but the influence of the Batman like TV series from the 60s really messes with how they do that show. So it's so interesting to see a crossover. I'm like, Batman did this. Batman did this to the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Also, I'm just a fan of, you know, like a random crossover. So that's very, very, whenever I see one, I'm like, what? I hadn't heard of this before. This is exciting. I had someone get upset with me because I posted that picture of the Tick and Invincible fighting together. And someone was like, thanks for the spoilers. I was like, but it's from 2012. I don't know what to say. It's so old. We are Fergie. Thank you very much. Uncle, yes. I also liked, I don't know if this is blasphemy for people who like the original run, but I liked the update with Henry Cavill and I'm gonna eat your heart hammer. But I liked it. I did, and I was sad that they didn't continue it because I actually felt that the two worked well together as a kind of like beginning to how they got there. I mean, Alicia Vikander I felt was definitely a better edition than The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., which I also watched, but The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. is, even for the time period, The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. is like, oof. Oh. What is my favorite current comic? I don't know. Like, that's a question that I cannot answer because I don't know. I like too many things at the same time. How are people liking Nightwing? I am reading Nightwing. Please tell me. Tell me things. Chaz Huggins, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you been following me? Stay upon Sage's I know how to say his name. I know. And he's heard me say it before, but it's late and I'm sick. And upcoming like Fine Print or Sunstone, even if his stuff is not really safe for YouTube. I love his work personally, and you'd be surprised what you can put on YouTube if you have the commitment to finding frames that you can show. So who knows? Maurice Cherry, thank you very much. On a totally unrelated note, a fanfic writer that I follow liked my fic and commented on it. It made me experience massive amounts of joy. Oh, that's so nice. That's always exciting when that happens. I used to do a series on Shipper's Guide where I would recommend like different fanfics that I was reading and stuff, and that was one of my favorite things to do. Just showcase some of the really hard work that people were doing in the different fandoms. I loved that series. That was so fun. El Torito Rique, thank you very much again. By the way, Sasha, you're right. There shouldn't have been a live-action Cowboy Bebop or any live-action remakes at all. They were perfect to begin with because I believe we need more original ideas right now. What do you guys think about that? What do you think? Are you pro more original ideas? I kind of love when something really random comes out. I know it's a bit of a trope or a cliche to say this at this point, but I am kind of done with remakes. And as someone who like noped out of like FOMO or like intense nostalgia, it's kind of like I don't need to be pandered to in that way. So I don't know. How do you feel about it? KJ Valdez, thank you very much. Have you ever read Aphrodite? Oh my God, why can't I talk at all today? IX, I'm so sorry. I'm so like foggy right now. From the early 2000s. No, I have not. Tell me about it. Should I read it? B. Ree, thank you very much. Hey, Sasha, please roll out the D is for Dame shirts. I am rolling out new shirts. I always order for myself first and then check the quality and test them before. And so when it's not D is for Dame. I feel like D is for Dame is kind of niche. Like I think it's hilarious, but I feel like that it's kind of like inside baseball, you know, it's kind of like it's too much our thing. I have a couple of things. Actually, I have three things coming that I'll be slowly unveiling as the months go on that I'm really excited about. One involves sharks. So Arpreet Patel, thank you very much. Can you do a video on Lois becoming the queen of Amazonia and Amazon? Superman Volume 1, number 59. Who knows where the Lois is going to take us next? I have no idea where Lois is going to take me. I just know that I will go. I'm just imagining the scene from Aladdin, where, do you trust me? Like, that's me and Lois. The answer is yes. I'll follow Lois anywhere. I have read I've read some great old Superman lately because, okay, the deep dive to the pocket. Yes, I just did a thing. It's okay. I know some people knew about the pocket. I got a bunch of comments like, I can't believe you didn't know. And I'm always of the mindset of, you don't know what you don't know. And especially in fandom, you don't know. And I'm like, I never begrudge people that, because you have no idea what people will have seen or not have seen. I think that's part of the fun of having an open environment where people can ask questions and talk about stuff. But the search for this pocket, my word, okay, the amount of things that have archives of appearances of this, appearances of that, I kind of want to be a madman who goes and does all the appearances of Superman's pocket. I'm like, one day, if I ever had the time to go through issue by issue and be like, pocket here, pocket there, pocket here. Because I'm like, I can't be the only person who cares this much, Eric Medved, thank you very much. Battle Angel Alita was good. I have not seen, I have not read, so I cannot say. Benjamin Hall, thank you very much. I'm a wait and see on the Cowboy Bebop remake. However, I am also done with reboots and remakes for most things, especially comics. I agree with you, Benjamin. Just because I have no desire to see it doesn't mean that it mightn't surprise me and be good. I say surprise me because based on the fact that there were these interviews about how they're going to take a huge amount of liberties with the source material, and I was kind of like, well, I liked the source material. So sometimes you can take liberties and it's really good, but I don't know. So, Alvin has left us. Alvin has left. I was thinking when I was thinking about things that took a lot of liberties, I still liked, Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers takes a lot of liberties. He admitted he didn't even read it. He was like, yeah, I didn't really read it, but I love Starship Troopers. I like both. I actually kind of like the movie a little bit more. Let me catch up over here on the side. Simple reason, name value. Yeah. It is. But the thing is, when you're hoping to cash in on something with a built-in audience, but then deviate so intensely, it's kind of like, well, what did you expect? Cowboy Bebop has this intense existentialist theme running through it. It's one of the things I really like about it, and I hope that that's still there. I think there's just this bittersweet inevitability of how it all unfolds. It's one of those things where it's like, oh man, I wish some things had happened differently, but I really don't. If that makes any sense. Faye and Spike. I'm like, oh, if only, but at the same time, it makes sense that it doesn't. So, yeah. Oh, getting down to the intense part of the tea. Because I also didn't sweeten it for maximum healing. And also because I couldn't find the honey. So, Capester, thank you very much for the super chat. Great hair tonight, Sasha. Thank you. I enjoy this hair. But there was a hilarious moment where I was trying to make the bangs look like human bangs, and it just was not happening. That's why I don't have bangs on my actual hair, just because that always happens to me where the bangs never sit how I want, and then I just brush them back in a rage. Are any of you bang people? Got bangs? This is the perfect amount of bang for me, where it's temporary bang. We're going to do the bang now, then we're going to take the bang off, and it's going to be good. I was looking at wigs before I came up here. I might be getting a new wig. They're having a Labor Day sale, which seems like a very random sale to have for wigs, but I am not complaining. And there was one that I saw that it was so aggressively 90s. I was like, yeah, I might need to, I might need to have it in my life. And then, oh, the Wendigo fell over. The Wendigo fell over back there. There's some great horror movie Funkos coming out for like, Comic-Con and stuff, especially because now not everybody's going. I find that sometimes they have some overstock. Like there was a bit of overstock on the Star Trek bust that I saw I wanted it so much, but it was too expensive. It was about, they said it was like 12, no, it wasn't 12 inches. It wasn't that big. It was like maybe yay big. And it was a face palming Picard bust. And I was like, that's so funny. How much for this much funny in my life? And it was like $150. And I was like, it's not that funny. It's not that funny. But yeah, in another world, then maybe that bust would have joined the things over there. Like a bunch of those things like L came from the thrift store. I was just walking through the thrift store and then I saw L abandoned in the plushie bin. And I was like, I will bring him home. El Torito Rique, thank you very much. In the words of Public Enemy, burn Hollywood burn. I don't know. I still am looking forward to like a lot of things. I don't really want anything to burn. Things grow, I guess would be more my mentality. Grow and be free. Oh, yeah. The bit of regret about not looking for the honey harder. A little bit of regret. But you know what? We're going to power on through. We're powering on through. Maybe what I need to do now is remove the tea bag. Okay, tea bag can go over here. Have a little napkin station set up for when I unbox the snacks and stuff. My daughter was waiting on the side to like eat some of the snacks after I unboxed them. Oh, I did try that like strawberry that was infused with white chocolate, and it was so interesting because it was like the chocolate and the strawberry had merged. They had fused into one entity, and it was an interesting experience. I was eating it and I was like, I like it, but what is it? It was one of those experiences. Jim Radloff, thank you very much for the super chat. Money to compliment hair equals more buck for your bangs. I appreciate that pun very much. Very, very much. It has made me laugh. And I need to laugh. So tell me, what are some comics that you are looking forward to? I've steered clear of a lot of solicits, like not on purpose, but just there's Theo, you've been here the whole time? Theo, you come and have your time. I didn't even know you were here. You're so quiet. Come over here. Theo, come here. Yeah, you come up. Come on up. Your turn. You can come up too. The people want to see you too. Oh, your brother's still here. Well, so this has just turned into the cat stream. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are liked. Hi, Theo. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, and Alvin. I have two cats. Oh my goodness, you're both here. Hello. There we go. You're both, in case I was like, I'll tilt it down. I'm like, it's not worth the like energy of tilting it down so you can see both of them, but they're both here. This is an exciting development for me. When we first got them, like I said, they didn't get along. For those wondering why they are Alvin and Theo, and there is no Simon, it's because Simon was their father who studied them. So that's why. But it actually ended up working out. So just because some of the names of my children ended up working out. So Brookie Yama, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you ever read the indie comic Loki, Ragnarok, and Roll? Not Marvel Loki. It's a fun and full-on diva as it sounds from what I've read so far. I have not, but I enjoy things that are fun and full on diva. So, Beery, thank you very much. Would you do a vid on Match Harriet? Hard to find info. Like I said, there are a bunch of things. Like part of why I'm streaming is also because I wanted to talk to you, and because I can't stand doing nothing when I'm sick. It makes my skin crawl. Like even when I'm about to keel over, I'm like, no, must do something. But also because of that, I ended up when my daughter napped today, I slept, and normally I work, and I felt like all this, like, oh, I could have been scripting Clark's glasses. So oh, I'm very excited to tell you about Clark's glasses, which were actually something that I did know that they came from his ship, but a bunch of you commented it on the pocket reply video. So I was like, it's going to be so fun to keep this reply thing going. We're just going to keep replying random things. I don't know about like Superman's outfit and other things that we can find because it's fun. Because it's a very fun call and response type thing to do. I love when I go through the comments and I can find something like that. Like I got a comment from someone with a Vegeta avatar telling me to check out one of these stories in the Robin 8th anniversary, and I was like, I cannot ignore the Prince of Saiyans, and I am glad that I read it. So yeah, I really do enjoy going through the comments. Like, yeah, they're not all great, but it's fun. It's fun to interact in that way. Just like it's fun to interact and just chat and stream in this way. Oh, speaking of, I picked up Black Sad. Stop scratching the chair. No. I picked up, thank you. I picked up Black Sad, and I also picked up the game. So depending upon, I know I'm contemplating streaming on this a little bit, just streaming it a little bit, you know. I like streaming games. That's something I used to do on Shipper's Guide, and I miss that a lot. So like in terms of that, like Shippers takes a lot of research and getting into, and my editing style on that channel is very, very different. So I am a one-woman show, so you gotta divide your time pretty much. Maurice Cherry, thank you very much for the super chat. Also, I think you're funny. Thank you. I'm glad someone does. My goal is to hopefully, no matter what we're talking about, even if it's something heavy, to hopefully leave people coming away at least with like a smile or feeling like happy or having something to think about, and like a fun, positive, like uplifted. While they're chasing each other, the joy is done. It's over. The brotherhood is over. The mom comic was, that script is going to be so long. I feel like I'm going to be finishing it and the last issue is going to come out. And I'm still just going to be finishing off the second one because it's so much. Oh my goodness. But I'm committed. I'm still reading. Is it done now? I'm a few issues behind. The Batman Catwoman thing. I'm like, I didn't forget. I'm just still salty because the first part got demonetized. I'm so mad. I'm not over it. My salt knows no bounds. I'm like, fine. Then I'm going to finish it in one chunk, which is my word of recently. And then someone reminded me of the Flash villain, Chunk, which I was like, oh, man. Yeah, I need to talk about Chunk. Well, that's a good question, Kyle. Is there a comic you loved as a kid that you know that you now would not want your own kids to read? I can think of some things that I watched as a kid that like I'm not gonna let them. I'm gonna try and aim for them to be a bit older, like Berserk. I saw Berserk pretty young. And then it just ends on that last episode, which is so amazing. And I think it's so cool and like, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure my daughter's older than I was when she sees that. Cool username for the win. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I love your Johnny Bravo display picture. Hey, Casual, big fan. Any plans to do a video on Superboy and Knockout? Potentially. Definitely, I love talking about 90s Superboy so much. And I find it hilarious that he's come around, he's fashionable and hip again. Just, that brings me so much joy. They're like, this look, all of it is completely contemporary again. And then every time I lament that I did not keep more of those clothes. So, Eugene Dunman, thank you very much. Love your channel. Such awesome stuff. Cowboy Bebop. Awesome. Have you seen any of the What If adaptations? But I really want to be an X-Men. I actually haven't watched What If. This ties back to what I was saying earlier about like not having the same like FOMO is how I describe it, but it's like the need to be in on what everybody is currently talking about. I'm like, no, because I find that with like the responsibilities I have now to be more stressful than fun. So I just watch things in my own time. What I did watch recently was Batman The Long Halloween parts 1 and 2. And I really enjoyed those. I was so late. Like I saw all the articles coming out like this is the best thing since sliced bread and all of these things and like everybody pumped out reviews and I was like that could be me but also So I and then I watched it in my own time and I really had fun with it. And that's how I like to roll. Like I'll probably watch the what ifs when I get a chance to because I do like the what ifs and Elseworlds vibes and like I equate the two. I know they're different companies, but like I love all that stuff. So eventually it will find its way into, you know, my time of things that I watch. I also am watching like 8K dramas, so I don't have a lot of time. Jose Quintana, thank you very much. Hi, Sasha. Love the hair. Do you have a favorite Harley Quinn graphic novel that stands out from the others? Yes, I do. I do. It's Stay Upon's. It's his Harley. It's his Harleen. Hold on. That I will get because it's right there. So it's not far. I don't have to move far. Oh, I love it. I love it. I know that I didn't finish reviewing all the issues, but I adore this so much. And then let me show you the inside because you have this dust jacket, right? But then you open it and look at that. The art's good. The story and depiction of Harley is great. You also have some really cool Batman depictions, Joker depictions, Poison Ivy depictions, Two-Face depictions. I love this. And it's so gorgeous. It's a work of art. I love it so much. I'm just gushing. I'm like, So yes, to answer the question, I do have a favorite in that regard. And I have a bunch of other Harley series as well. I know a lot of people are burnt out on Harley, and I totally get it because in a way I am too. But I also still enjoy her. So I still pick up her stuff and always hope that it will be good and not kind of played out like some of it has been. Maurice Cherry, thank you very much again. Also, I keep saying also a lot, but my grandma thinks you're pretty. She actually says that every time we watch your content. Oh, thank you kindly. I'm glad that people are watching with friends and family because it's like when I got the Boxu thing to do, they're like, you could eat it with friends. And I was like, laughs in lockdown. But, you know, oh. No one can resist the K-dramas. A lot of people can, and they have more time. But I am not one of those people. So there we go. Okay, the things that are close on the shelf, I can just grab. Somebody asked me the other day in a comment, I saw it, I didn't get a chance to reply to it, but how is your shelf organized? And then I realized that I looked at it and I realized that it makes zero sense to anyone who's not me. So I'm one of those people where it makes sense. Like if you're in my head, the way that it's organized makes sense. Like you saw how I was just able to go grab that. It's like, oh, that's there and that's there. Like it makes sense to me. But to explain it to anybody else would be a disaster. Oh. Matthew Salavaria, thank you very much for the super chat. Could you please do a video on Green Lantern, Alan Scott's ex-wife now that he has come out as gay? Rose/Lauren and the Harley Quinn are crazy characters. They are, and those arcs are really interesting. I hope to someday have time to talk about Alan Scott. I have a big soft spot for people who have been here for a while. They know I have a big soft spot for the Golden Age heroes and characters and just their histories. So, yeah. And so any chance I get to go back there is always a good time. Oh, I can't pretend. It needs the honey now. It's too strong. It has too much strength. Oh, I have to like. It's like no. It's filling me full of health. Let me say, like every sip I take, I get healthier. Oh, I hope so. Mm. So, oh, are any of you on any Substacks out of curiosity? I've checked out a couple. I've subscribed to one just to see what it's like, like how it's going, what's gonna happen with it. I'm on one, and the one I'm on, I'm really enjoying. There's actually like a special perk to tomorrow that I'm gonna try to make. There's like a special interview with Grant Morrison, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and make that. So yeah, I see what's a Substack. You see, that's what I see a lot. It's funny because like some people have this really like vehement, like you shouldn't be on there. Ah, but then other people are like, what is it? I don't know, like what's going on. It's like how to describe it. It's like a subscription service, but for like authors and artists, and a bunch of comic book people got offered deals to go there, and some of them just joined. Some of them got offered deals to go on there and like do their own work. It's very much a like, let's see if this does a thing type deal. Maybe it'll do a thing, maybe it won't. So I subscribe to one of them just to see what it's like. And so far, I'm liking it. I have no idea whether it's going to be like a long-term thing or not, but Bottle Capster, thank you very much for the super chat. One, thank you for how informative, entertaining, well put together your videos are. I don't read comics, so I'm really tempted to actually start. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I really enjoy comics. I do think that if you were interested in it, there is something out there that you would like. It doesn't necessarily have to be from like DC or Marvel, one of the, ongoing sagas that they produce there, but I do think that that kind of entertainment has something out there that you would potentially enjoy, because it's really got people focus on the superhero stuff. I do too, because it's what I enjoy, but there's every genre, every sort of thing out there. So you know what? It's like when I first went and finally bought something, I just bit the bullet and bought it and hoped, and and it worked out. So sometimes, if you just bite that bullet, you might find something that you really enjoy. So yeah. Why is Microsoft Office a subscription now? I don't know, but it is. Yeah, Premiere is a subscription as well, my editing software. But it's worth it because it's illegal to edit off of cracked software. I mean, you can buy some of the others like Vegas or Pinnacle or Movavi, which is always offering, deals. But I will never take a Movavi deal. But I like Premiere and its integration and all the other things that it offers, and I like being legal. So that's a thing that I enjoy. But yeah, some people don't know that like you would need to have legal software. Like if you edit on illegal software, like that's not legal. At least not here in Canada. Don't do it. Oh. Dre Wallace, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you think Scandal and Kay should have a baby? I have no strong feelings. Do you think Scandal and Kay should have a baby? E. Capone, thank you very much. What's up, Super Sasha? Saying hello from Los Angeles. Greetings back from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Alvin. Are you back? Are you going to be good? He has menace in his eyes. If any of you have, yeah, I've heard good things about DaVinci. When I'm seeing some of you talk about editing software and stuff, I've seen good things about DaVinci. I know DaVinci's color correcting is something like, I know my white balance up here isn't that great because I painted it yellow and then didn't think about my yellow undertone. I was like, well, now everything's really yellow. So I can add some other stuff to the set to hopefully balance it out. And I plan to, or I could just, alter the settings on my camera and color correct better. But there are options out there. But I have heard good things about like DaVinci and the like. I'll probably just color correct better or add a blanket to the corner that will help white balance. But I am aware of it. I am aware. It's not something, I don't love it. But at the same time, sometimes especially when, this is going to sound like an excuse, but it's true, and you'll know this if you're a parent, sometimes sacrifices must be made. And it's like, it's the difference between spending an extra 2 hours on something or getting it done. So, yes. Where is everybody from? Now that somebody started it, I don't know why I just like, woo. I guess I'm just liking the light playing off of the blue on the bottom. Sometimes the light doesn't bring out the blue and it's really disappointing, but I'm like an edgy Velma. Yes, I love hearing where people are from. Yay. Brazil, North Carolina, Portland, also Brazil, Massachusetts, Southern Carolina, Florida, Texas, B-Town, Iowa, Ontario, New York, Seattle, North Carolina, Singapore, Australia, Denver, Brooklyn, Long Island, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Saskatchewan, New Zealand, UK. Oh my God, now they're too fast. Thailand, Hamilton. Oh, hey, neighbors. Yeah, I'm really close to Hamilton. Texas, Georgia, Philadelphia, Vancouver, Philippines, Arizona, South Africa. I love it. I love it. I also feel like that old, now out-of-date Animaniacs cartoon where he sings all the nations of the world, and now like some of them aren't countries anymore and stuff. Oh, classic Animaniacs. There we go. Ooh, Mumbai. Oh, I got roasted for my accent and my emphasis and on certain words. So it was nice when I did the stream with Benny and Sal, and like Benny mispronounced the word. And I was like, it wasn't me. I didn't do the mispronunciation this time. Hi again. It's not for you. It's not for you. You have your own things. You have cat things. Settle down. Yeah, it's 10 where I am. Oh, this is good. It's giving me energy and pep and the desire to get downstairs and really start in on Clark's glasses. I love obscure little bits of lore like that. And the playlist isn't dead, by the way. And like, I also want to talk about kryptonite, and mostly I want to talk about red kryptonite so I can use all the hilarious, embarrassing clips from Smallville with him on Red K. Love it. Love it so much. Oh, I got a comment today when on the anime manga one I did about the Justice League manga that's there and how like the world doesn't know about like Sexy Lex. And I was kind of like, but I thought Sexy Lex was already a thing. Did we not all watch Smallville, or was that just me? I don't know. Now it's weird and inappropriate. I'm sorry. Now the vibes are strange. Now it's strange upstairs late night attic vibes. Oh. But yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts and opinions. So controversial. Oh, there we go. Trey Wallace, thank you very much for the super chat. Oh no, you're crying. Don't use the sad emoji. How do you feel about Cheetah killing Aphrodite? Death in comics, it's hard to care. It's hard to muster the energy. Honestly. Oh, I didn't read through. I didn't read through and see what y'all are thinking about Nightwing, because I have something controversial to say, but I want to see what you guys think before I say it. Tell me. Okay, Nightwing, Tom Taylor, right now. Thoughts. Go. Go. Tell me things in the side chat that okay. I have Streamlabs, and I've had it for a while. And Amanda keeps offering to come to my house and help me set it up. And I think that I am going to, take her up on it, because I'm like, I could have like this nice backdrop. It's probably so simple. And she's going to come over here and press one button and be like, poof. There you go. I should do it. I should do that. Yeah, I should do it. And then we can have like a proper setup. Do you guys like Streamlabs and like the setup where you have like the background, the chat on the side, and like things popping up on the bottom like it's some kind of newscast? Or do you like it simple and plain like this? I don't know. Tell me. Swift, thank you very much for the super chat. Computer Earl Grey hot. At this point, now at the bottom with the dregs, I wish it was Earl Grey and I wish it was still hot. I wish both those things. Salvatore Fertron, thank you very much for the super chat. I love your vids. Check out Bill Jordan's Golden Age of Comics podcast. It's a treasure trove. I will need to remember that. So let me just quickly, let me copy your thing so that I can remember, because I will not remember. Simple is fine. I like simple. I really do. I don't know. I feel like because everybody's upped their game so much, you know, with like flash and pizzazz, I don't know. I feel like we should be bedazzled. But at the same time, I do like the intimacy of the fact that you can see that my blinds are broken on the floor. So I wish it was simple and clean. It's simple, but it's like, look at that. It's not clean. Oh. I see a bunch of you saying Nightwing has a sister. Simple with chat. I'm glad y'all enjoy the simple with me. I like it too. I like just being able to like pop on and stream and just stream of consciousness, just kind of, you know, chat about things, stuff and things. It's fun. It brings us closer together. Gray Shard, thank you very much for the sticker. That looks like it's got like a cup of blood. Is it? Is that blood for a vampire? The window's not broken, Blaine. The blind is broken. The window's not broken. Beery, more Lois and Jimmy Olsen looliness, please. Oh, most definitely. I need to contain myself though, because like I said, it's easy when you're into things to fall down a rabbit hole. Like it would be so easy to just like every day be like, here's a Jimmy. But you know, no, we gotta balance it out for all the people, all the things. There are more things to talk about than Jimmy Olsen, as much as I want to just tell you everything about Jimmy. Bob Sanders, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for your Silver Age love. I share it, and for all the same reasons at the time of this recording. I have a lot of fun with the Silver Age. Somebody tweeted at me. I don't check my Twitter very often, but somebody, when I did check it, they had tweeted at me a picture, I think it was 2 weeks or something ago, of Sue Storm's wig collection. And so, you know, we got to talk about that. And it's like, Sue Storm wig life. Why, yes, please. Just, oh, wouldn't that be a wonderful video? Just people who wear wigs. I mean, just people wearing wigs like Sue Storm, Black Canary, now John Kent, just people in wigs. Which hero has the best wigs? Should we rank hero wigs? That not even just listing, like ranking them, like which superhero has the best wig game? Who's got the best? Tell me now, which superhero do you think rocks the best wig? Tell me. El Cartoon, thank you very much for the super chat. I love your Spider-Man Batman voices. Please review that crossover. Okay. Fun fact. I've talked about this in my members thing, that I've actually tried to review that comic several times. And for some reason, it just never comes together. And for that reason, I want to do those two voices beside each other, but it never comes together. I don't know why. I've tried to script it 3 times and it just doesn't happen. I think I'm overthinking it. Probably. I'm probably overthinking it. Jose Quintana, thank you very much. Final thought. You do know that Marvel had a fan magazine called Pizzazz way back. Do you know about Foom, Friends of Old Marvel? I did know. Actually, Foom came up recently in the video that I did talking about Disliz and the covers that they have on the band's their comic because of the question of whether issue 2 of Foom has the first appearance of Wolverine, because Andy Olson, that fan, submits his idea for the Wolverine, and that's a year before Wolverine proper actually appears. So some consider that to be potentially where the idea came from, you know, drama. Trey Wallace, thank you very much. How do you feel about Gang of Harleys? I love them. I don't mind the Harley gang. My dad has my original run of the first ever Harley Quinn series, and I went to his house, and we trade our comics back and forth sometimes. And he was like, "Here's your I'm Not Starfire. I'm taking your Black Sad, and I'm keeping your Harley." And I was like, "I don't feel like this trade went well." He was like, "I'll make you eggs," and I'm like, "It's still not as good, but I will take the eggs." You're like, you know, nobody cooks certain foods like your parents. Like, even if it's just something incredibly simple and you watch them do it and they don't do anything, but no other food tastes like when they make it. It's like that with my dad's eggs. Nobody makes eggs like my dad. So shout out to my dad and his eggs. Mm. Mm-hmm. Let me catch up. Black Canary. Let's see. A bunch of you feel like Black Canary has the best, the wig. Black Lightning's daughter. Oh, the different Harley dyes. Yeah, because Harley's had so many different hair. Yeah, I know y'all talking about parent food. Parents got. Yeah, my dad does have a cast iron, and I know you season the cast iron, and it like keeps, you know, it keeps. Hey Capone, what's the next book, Sasha, for the book club? I need to put the books in for the vote. I fell behind a bit with that, admittedly, this month, just because there was so much to get ready for, like the start of school and all that. But I will post that. Thank you for actually reminding me. It's one of those things where you, you know, you can't. I don't know, like it keeps slipping. It's just like it's there and then it slips. So thank you, E Capone. I will do that. Let me actually. Oh, I need to write that down. Post. I'm just going to put post. I'll know what I mean. Post. Exclamation mark. Oh, I sent it to my husband. Now he's going to be like, post what? Now I have to send him another note. No, that was for me. Okay. Chris Neff, thank you very much for the super chat. What is your favorite comic? Mine is The Silver Surfer. People ask me this all the time. And like I said earlier, I don't know. Like it varies. Like there are some things that I will go back to over and over again, but like an all-time favorite, I guess I would really have to, okay, all these comics, like it's burning down, you run up, you can only grab one series. Okay. Astro City. I mean, the building's burning. I can only grab I'm grabbing Astro City. So I guess since I would save it from a burning building, I mean, Astro City. That's how I determine the value of my things. The world is burning. What are you grabbing? I would that there was another one that flashed to the forefront of my mind, and it surprised me what it was. Green Lantern. And I was like, really? Okay. Hal, what? I guess. Brian Orellana, thank you very much. Keep up the great vids. Love your analysis, and it keeps me entertained at work. Oh, thank you. That always makes me happy when I hear that, you know, people are entertained. That's what I'm going for. I had somebody yell at me once, like, what is the point? Why do you do this? I think that you're problematic, and why are you doing this? And I'm just like, just for fun. I don't know. I never have the reactions people want. The struggle is real. I never have the reactions that people want. Swift, thank you very much. Thoughts of reviewing Simpsons comics? Okay, if I were to review tie-in comics, like it would start with some of the ones that like I'm really passionate about, like Invader Zim and the like I love the Invader Zim comics, and there are some tie-ins that, I mean, I've had that Buffy there forever. Did I share my sadness about the Farscape comics with all of you? Okay, so there are Farscape comics, and they existed, and they were in my store. And I thought it was recently, like when you get older, or just depending on how you view time, like time starts really going faster. And I could have sworn I saw these in like the bookstore like 2 years ago. It turns out it was like 5 or 6, and now they're out of stock and they're gone. And I can't find them. I can't find them on eBay. I can't find them anywhere. Nobody has these Farscape tie-in comics, and I am devastated. It was one of those things where I picked it up and I was like, it'll be here. I'll get it later. And now it's later, and I don't have it. I'm so sad. I ran to look, and it's just not there anymore. Farscape. I really wanted them. Oh, it was one of those things where, you know, you're like, oh, it'll always be there. It's not like comics go out of print. In all fairness, back in like when I first started collecting, I didn't know like the intimacies about like things going in and out of print and then being recollected in like omnibuses and stuff like that. So I had a bunch of like things where I started collecting them, they vanished, and then they came back as an omnibus. Like over time, I learned that about collecting as well. Like there's a tiny bit of a learning curve if you're trying to collect a complete thing of something. So yes, because I still have some things where it's like, oh, volumes 1, 2, and 6. So yeah. Beery, thank you very much. What do you think of the Dune comics, old and new? They vary. They vary. I feel like they got caught up on like one of the things that I got caught up on when I first started reading Dune, which was caring more about the people than the planet. Like I got more accepting of the Dune series overall once I realized that it was like legit about Arrakis and not necessarily about like the House Atreides. Arasul, thank you very much. You should start a wig line. Sorry if you've heard this before. I should not. No, there's some amazing wig makers out there who like are amazing, crazy talented, and I just wear them. I do not have the patience to make them. I make other things, but wigs are a bit, they're intricate. There's an intricate passion behind them. And I really admire the people who have the patience to sit there and sew track after track after track into the hair, into the wig cap. Just, yeah, much admiration. much admiration for the people like that. Any thoughts about Venom 2? Yes, what's going on with this wig on the poster? If any of you have seen Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, the poster, like Woody Harrelson's wig, like who photoshopped that? Why is that happening? It's so bad. It's my favorite thing. I loved Venom for all the wrong reasons, so I can't wait for Venom 2. Count Orlock 22, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you read either Scarlet by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev or Orchid by Tom Morello, Scott Hepper, and Dax Jackson? Thoughts? I read Scarlet. I did, but it was a while ago, and I don't remember. So those are my thoughts. I don't remember. Russell Chelsea, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi, big fan. Have you read Sandman by Neil Gaiman? I have, yes, and people yell at me because the 2 volumes are there, but the 3rd one isn't. So they're like, what? You're not good enough for volume 3? And I'm like, it's just the organization. Like, what do you got against volume 3? It's so random, the things people yell at you about. But I do enjoy Sandman. I do. It's gotten quite expanded with like the worlds of Sandman, the books of magic, and all of that. There was a time period. I did grow up in that time period, but like this was like the hot goth thing to read, and so I already was a bit of a goth, and so I kind of kept it to myself and like put it off reading it till later because I didn't want to be too much of a goth stereotype. At the time, I wish my prom photo was up here. I specifically went looking for a dress like Morticia Adams, and I found it. Oh gosh. Tony Trotter, thank you very much. No pink kryptonite video, please. The cringe though. Look, if we're doing kryptonite, we're doing all the kryptonite. Like, we're not going to discriminate against kryptonite if we're going to start talking about it. We're going to have to collect all the nights. But oh, let me catch up. We are Fergie. Thank you very much. How about Peter David? Many happy returns, trade paperback. The best Supergirl story ever. Supergirl slash Matrix slash Linda meets the original Kara. Kara. It's one of those names for me. There is so much about that Supergirl run that needs to be talked about. I did not forget about the trifecta of the Comet videos, because I did the Comet appearances, but then Comet comes back in a way in the 90s series. But I legit, okay, I got stuck on like, can I do the horse voice for 90s Comet? I don't know if that's appropriate. And then I fell down that rabbit hole, and then that's where I stayed. Probably not. Maybe like Comet from the 90s should have a kind of more like angelic kind of, maybe we can make the horse voice angelic. Is that possible? Like, I don't know. That's not angelic at all. I don't know what that was. It was still a horse. Angels don't sound like this. Angels, I think, are more ethereal, kind of genderless, but this sounds like a little girl. I don't know. Now I'm just a little girl. I never have a chance to use this voice because none of the comics I do have girls that are young enough to use it, but maybe one day. I don't know. Sorry, that got really weird. Yeeho, thank you very much. Hey, just wanted to say that I appreciate your content and levity you bring to every topic, and also ask if you've ever read Transformers stuff. Only a little bit, but my brother loves Transformers. He is a huge Transformers person. Transformers figures, Transformers comics, Transformers art, Transformers fan fiction. My brother is everything Transformers. That is like, I'm amazed he didn't just appear like in the corner at the sound of the word Transformers, like just beam in, like someone's talking about Transformers. And then just warp in. So if I ever have any questions, I know who to ask. I know who to ask about that. Yeah, he's all up there with the Transformers, with the Ninja Turtles, with like all of that stuff. What's the other one? Oh, yeah, the Beyblade and like all of those things. We overlapped with some stuff, but like I don't feel like he loves the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I gave him as much as I think that he should. So oh. Does your brother have a YouTube channel? No, but I keep telling him to start one. But he will not. But he should. I think he should. But younger brothers don't want to listen to their older sisters now, do they? So what are older sisters for except to be ignored? But let me catch up. I'm gritting my way through the dregs of this. I'm also catching up with what all of you have to say on the side. Oh, horror comics. I really like Hellraiser, although I feel it might be kind of niche. Actually, my comic book store, they were having a huge sale of all of their overstock, like single issues, $1 each, just outside. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, wow, but like A, I don't like single issues slash floppies. And B, you have to really know what you're looking for because they're all just jam-packed into those boxes. And so like you just have to go through like you're going through a filing cabinet. So it's the kind of thing where if you like if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, like maybe you might find something, but you also might just, be getting paper cuts. So, but yeah, there's so much. There was so much there. Just, it was, then my baby started trying to pick them up and throw them on the floor because some of them were floor level and she can walk now. And so she was like, oh, comic books. And I was like, this is why I don't have single issues. It's happening in front of me. She just went, thankfully they were all like bagged and boarded and packed, but she just, I'm like, yep, there we go. It was just reinforcing why I already don't buy them. So, yeah, I know a lot of people love single issues. They're not for me. I'm a trade paperback and especially hardcover type person. Make it hard so I can smack it. Wow, that was louder than I thought it would be. Magic Chain Smoker says, thank you very much for the super chat. I'd love to see you cover that hot mess of 90s cheese that is Super Boy and the Ravers. It was my guilty pleasure read for a while. Have you read it? Yes. And I enjoyed that you called it a hot mess of 90s cheese. I feel like that's a very accurate description. Oh. Dark Sasha, hey, you changed your avatar. I like it. Thanks for the super chat. We meet again, arch nemesis, Casually Comics. More like Casually Vomit. Mwahaha, have a terrible night. Love the hair, by the way. I love the new DP and like the artifacting, like glitch thing you've done on it. Looks good. So, oh. I had to see if someone opened the door in my room. I know that smack was loud. It was okay. When I know I keep talking about Boxu, but it's just because I filmed it so recently. And I was also so happy that they liked the integration because I really liked filming it. And I'm really like, when I do sponsorships, they're things that I like and actually enjoy and use. So I was really excited about that. But I filmed a lot more of me eating. But it got so ASMR, like it was so uncomfortable. Like I was enjoying it, but like I looked uncomfortable because I could hear myself chewing, and I knew that like other people would be able to hear me chewing, and I was like, it's not that kind of channel. It's not that kind of channel. There are other channels for that kind of thing. So that's why there's so little of it, because it was just me like sadly chewing alone in a room, and I was like, not today. GWO, don't compliment your arch nemesis. I'll compliment who I want to compliment. Oh. Okay. I think it's official that the tea has reached its end. We've come to the end, because I'm just going to quote Beckett for no reason. There we go. Oof. Okay, that was a real stretch, but I just realized how fake it looked on camera. That's one of the interesting things about acting classes is one of the things they tell you is you need to exaggerate kind of your movements and the like, so that you can project it's kind of like projecting the feeling, like you overemphasize it. It's the same with voice acting. You put more into it than you would otherwise. It was like, that was one of the things I got out of I took a voice acting class, and I plan to take more, especially now that I have more time. And I'm very, very excited about it. One of the most important things, and it's funny because it's a lesson that I don't adhere to, but it's something I learned. If you're ever interested in doing something like this is something that is good advice, and it's the best advice. Breath grabs. And this is the same for, also it's good for hosting as well, because I get asked a lot if like people wanting to start their own YouTube channels and the like. One of the things to avoid is breath grabs. It's something we all do, but you know how you breathe in between sentences, obviously. So you be like, hey, how are you? And then you keep going. So that's one of the things that you need to be conscious of and then avoid. And once you're conscious of it, you can find that you don't do it. And then that helps you present your content better. It's a little thing, but it completely changed how I presented videos. But for some reason, when I'm actually doing the line reads, half the time I forget it. You get so into it that it's really easy to forget. You know, it's really easy to forget. And then like I'm editing it after, and I'm like, oh wow, well, that was what am I doing? Oh, so yeah. I just wanted to share that that little bit before I pop off, because it is nearly 11 It is 10:45. It is late. I assume that my husband would like to see me tonight. So I am going to hop off. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I missed any of your chats or anything. Know that I appreciate them very, very much, but I do need to go and see people and get new tea that is not the dregs of this green tea, and hopefully be well by tomorrow. I feel more well, and script some of that Clark stuff for you, the glasses. So thank you very much for chatting and hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I was really glad to be able to show you that my cats can coexist and that they were actually there. And so the thumbnail is not a lie. So enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever it is. And I will see you soon. Yes. All right. Bye.